What's up, y'all? I'm Kanin Cuisine, the smoked lamb specialist. Come get what I do. Let us be your who when it comes to lamb. Today, we are doing Dashi versus HonDashi. The long way versus the short way. And you're going to learn something today. I think you're going to have something new for your arsenal that you didn't have before. It's going to change the game for you. I just believe it. Some of y'all going to be scared, but you going to do it. You hear me? Yeah, man. All right. Today we're doing Dashi versus HonDashi. The long way versus the short way. All right. Let me tell you about the short way. All right. Dashi, first of all, is a broth, a Japanese broth that they use to make soup stocks. It has it delivers a fish stock type of flavor. It's wonderful in plenty of dishes. I use it in my rice when I'm cooking seafood. I use it in grits when I'm making shrimp and grits. You can put it in lots of things when you're trying to add some more seafood flavor to a dish. So first we're going to go with HonDashi. It has bonito flakes, and it has the flavor of the kelp, and it has MSG in this powder. And with this powder, all you have to do is take one teaspoon. Let me get a little teaspoon, and then you take you 1 cup of water. This is all you need. One of these per cup of water. Drop it in here like this. Stir it in till it dissolves. And now you have instant dashi, or a substitute for fish stock whenever you're trying to use fish stocks in a seafood application. Simple. But if you got a problem with MSG, then you're not gonna mess with that. You're gonna wanna try the long way, which is dashi. Okay. This has already been soaking. It's soaked overnight. You have to soak your, this dashi here has 3 ingredients. It has mushrooms, dried mushrooms, and it has this kombu, which is a kelp. It's in the seaweed family. And you have these bonito flakes, which is a dried skipjack tuna. It's dried and shaved, so you got little flakes, which I'll show you in just a second. And the mushrooms we use today are morel mushrooms. Most times a dashi asks for shiitake mushrooms, but since I had morel mushrooms on deck, because I have different kinds of dried mushrooms in the house already, I wasn't trying to spend no more money. So I'm gonna roll my morel mushrooms. I love the flavor of morel mushrooms. Morel mushrooms are quite expensive, but you can get them on Amazon. You can get twice the amount for half the price. Because if you go to Whole Foods and try to get some morel mushrooms, they're gonna cost $30 for 0.5 ounces. Whereas you can get a whole ounce of these from Amazon. The company's called Vigorous Mountains. That they don't pay me. I'm just telling y'all who they are. You can get a whole ounce for $15. So that sounds way better to me than the 30 for half. So since the kelp and the mushrooms, we had to soak them for 8 hours, no heat, so that the kombu can soften, because it comes very dry and brittle. So, and we've been letting this simmer, not even simmer. We just want the water to be steaming, because kelp can't take no boiling. You want to keep the water just under a simmer. And once you simmered it for about 10 minutes, you want to go ahead and remove that. And this is what it looks like once it's been rehydrated and soaked. So we're gonna take that out. We can leave the mushrooms in. and we're going to add the bonito flakes. Now these bonito flakes, as you can see, they're shaved very thinly, kind of like paper. And you got a strong, I want to say it's a kind of a smoky fish smell. But you're gonna take all of these, this is 1 ounce right here. You're gonna take 1 ounce of these bonito flakes. And you're going to let these simmer for approximately 15 minutes. But like I said, don't bring it to a simmer. You just want nice, steady, hot water. You just want that to hang out in there like so, with the mushrooms and the water amount. The water amount here is 8 cups. So you want 8 cups of water, and you want your bonito flakes and mushrooms to be soaking in here for about 15 minutes. And don't even let it simmer. You just want the water to just be hot for that amount of time. And then once we get to the 15-minute mark, we'll strain this, and then we'll taste it, and we'll compare the flavors of both. I will say HonDashi, this instant dashi, the flavor will not be as intense as this. You'll notice that this got to be instant versus this right here, because you know, seaweed, well, kombu has a very pronounced flavor, and these bonito flakes have a nice flavor. And then you got the morel mushrooms. Any type of dried mushroom, it's gonna add flavor as well. And like I say, I make grits. When I make shrimp and grits, I use a dashi. When I cook fonio, I use a dashi if I'm doing something like with shrimp. And then do rice with a dashi. And it'll help out the seafood dishes. It'll take it a whole nother direction. Like if I do curry shrimp or curry scallops, something like that, and cook my rice in that dashi, among, you know, with ginger and garlic and shallots and stuff like that. It's so good. Matter of fact, it's fire. How about that? Because you take it a whole nother level. So we're gonna let this hang out for a little bit, and we're gonna strain it out so you can see what it tastes like. Cause my face gonna tell it all. Y'all, let me interrupt your lesson right quick to let you know or remind you that I am Kanin Cuisine, the smoked lamb specialist. I have some of the best smoked racks of lamb you ever had, and it's right here in Memphis, Tennessee. Go to kanincuisine.com for pricing and details, and I swear, if it ever get in your mouth, you gonna come back, you gonna want another one, and I'ma give it to you. All right, y'all, we back. It's 15 minutes later. Turn that off. All right, what we going? Oh, let me show y'all this, because I didn't show y'all what kombu looks like before you soak it. Let me get it up out of here. All right, this is what kombu looks like before you soak it. It's real hard and papery like this here. I don't know if you can see that on the other cam. Put it down here a little bit. Yes, it's very dry like paper. It don't really have a smell until you wet it. And once you wet it, that's when that smell comes out. All right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna strain this. Strain all the flakes out, the mushrooms, and all we'll be left with is the stock. You can really smell it. Versus the HonDashi, you really can't smell it, but this right here, you can smell that it's quite flavorful. As you can see on the cam, it don't look appetizing at all, but we ain't eating that part. We just want the juice. All right, now You can see how dark that is. And you see how light this is. You can kind of tell they in two different leagues. So next, we're gonna have taste time. We're gonna see what the difference is, the intensities of each one. So, gonna taste this HonDashi first. This instant dashi. Let me sit that right there. All right, we're gonna taste this. You can't even smell this. But when you taste it, that flavor hit. That's a nice flavor. I know it's the instant kind, but that flavor is good. I just love HonDashi, especially when I ain't got time. I need to go and make something happen. Bam! Teaspoon in the cup. And if I got 3 cups, that means 3 teaspoons, and so on. So now, I'm gonna try this real dashi. Bowl pretty high. We're gonna have to do it like this here. Now this right here, you can smell it immediately. This is smelling up the whole kitchen. Now there right there, it's got a smooth flavor. It's like it's doing this on your tongue like that right there. That right there is just a bam, pow. But this right here is just like on your tongue. It's just going across that thing. It's just a whole different type of deal right there. I would prefer this if I got the time. I'll do this dashi, but when you're in the crunch, go right there with that HonDashi. I think this costs about $3, $3 or $4, and they normally get a big box like that for about $6 or so. This right here, I want to say this was about $6 or $7 for this, and then you got the bonito flakes. They about 10. So you're gonna spend more money for this, you know. Then of course if you're using mushrooms, like I said, you can get these for whole ounce for the 15. You're gonna spend more money, but you're gonna have a more authentic flavor. So if you care about that, just know you're gonna spend some more money with this versus this. Spend that $3, $4, you in the game. But they're 2 different flavors, but they both are great. They both have their purposes. And I hope that this helped you out, gave you another option, or gave you some ideas of what to use this, how to use this in different things. Like I say, I use it for seafood dishes to cook my rice, my fonio, my grits in, stuff like that. I add it to a dish, like if I'm making a curry sauce, we use coconut milk. I'll cut it with some of that dashi, add some more seafood flavor in there. There's plenty of ways you can do it, but ultimately I hope that this added value, this gave you a little more, little extra on. I can't find the word, that extra thing in your arsenal of tools, ideas. I hope this helps you out very much, and I thank you so much for checking out the Kanin Cuisine cooking show. We just want to help you. We want to add value to you every time. Like I said, I'm a home cook, and never went to school, never worked in no restaurant. I taught myself through trial and error, the expensive way, using experience. But I'm trying to help give you speed, so you ain't got to go through what I went through on my journey of cooking. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank the Lord for y'all checking out this channel. And don't forget, I am Kanin Cuisine, the smoked lamb specialist. Come get what I do. Let us be your who when it comes to lamb. Our contact info is in the description box. Check it out and contact me, and we can make that lamb happen for you. So stay cooking. Believe in yourself. You can do it. You might be scared though, but you can do it. You hear me? You heard me.